Thank you. And look how punctual you both are.
Yeah, sure. It's not like I've been out and had to hurry home or something.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, you literally have nowhere to be. It's Carne. The car is no longer with us. Well, it's still with us. It's just in the garage, and it's not moving anytime soon. For the time being, as we are weathering COVID-19, Carne is quarantine. Con Carne, every weeknight, I'm doing this out of my proverbial home office. I'm joined tonight by Sunshine Boys. We will talk to them. But first, the all-important message telling you that this podcast is sponsored by C&H Financial Services. Business owners, this is a shit time, but we will get through this. And when we get through this, you're going to want help. You're going to want to make sure you're not paying fees on credit card transactions. C&H Financial Services will take care of you. Remember this web address, freeprocessingnow.com, or this number, 855-600-2437, extension 999, and start saving money today. That's C&H Financial Services. I have with me via web chat, via the magic of the internet, Doug and Jackie of Sunshine Boys, 2/3 of the Chicago rock combo Sunshine Boys. Thanks for jumping on Quarantine Con Carne tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
So I guess it's a little premature to talk about it, but your second album, Work and Love, is out in a few weeks. Really, it's out in a month. But I've heard it, and I wanted to talk about it.
Okay, good.
All right.
Excellent.
So what we have here is another long player of jangly, hooky songs, which sound great. Now, let's take a step back. 2 years ago, you gave us Blue Music, and this was your first go-around as this combo. All three of you, you two and Frida Love Smith, have these long, detailed LinkedIn profiles and band histories. You all came together with all that history. Did you all come at Sunshine Boys from the same place, or was there some settling in that had to be done between the three of you to kind of coalesce?
Doug, I'll let you.
Oh, I was just going to turn it over to you, Jackie. It happened instantly for us. I think we just we hit the ground running. When we started, we were supporting another couple of songwriters as their backing band, essentially, and so. But I sort of had it in my mind that I wanted to get these two together as a rhythm section and be the guitar player for these two. Jackie and I played together for a long time, many years ago. Did a lot of things together. Frida was in Blake Babies, which is a band that I absolutely loved, and she had moved into town. I don't know. It just sort of happened as this instinctive thing. And what was the question? We just came together very quickly, and then the songs started coming after the band formed, because it sounded so great when we played together that I was like, I've got to keep writing and writing and writing for this combo because it sounds so great. And even when Blue Music was wrapping up, being recorded and mixed, there was all these new songs, that a lot of them that ended up on Work and Love, our second album. So we've been we've almost just sort of been in this state of perpetual learning and writing up until just a few months ago. We've been working very hard in to have two albums out since just getting together in 2016 for the first time. It's been a lot of work and a lot of love, if I can bring it around to the problem. What was the question again? I've been drinking tequila for 4 hours. What's the question? Welcome
to life under quarantine.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's just like every day it gets a little bit earlier that it's like, well, we can have a drink right now, can't we? It's just candy and booze and TV, and I don't know what the hell's going on.
There's a meme going around, and I'm just going to paraphrase it, and it's kind of saying what you're saying. Everything feels like Vegas right now. Hemorrhaging money,
losing money,
time of the day. I don't know what day it is.
Yeah, and exactly. Drinking in the afternoon. That's exactly. Yeah. So, but so Work and Love, our second album.
Yes, thank you, Doug.
We're happy that we feel in many ways that we got it in under the wire. You know what I mean? As of all this stuff was happening, because not only did we crowdfund it again, we used Indiegogo after. What was the last one? Pledge Music.
Yeah, that was a disaster. Yeah,
and we got in under the wire for that too. And our album's going to be out. We don't have a record release show, but the album's going to be out at the end of the month. So.
And this is Pravda.
Mm-hmm. Pravda's distributing it, and then Cheap Kiss is doing the vinyl. they did our first album, and we're their second album. They're a record store, online presence, and they wanted to get into, they wanted to get into releasing records, and they thought that they were looking around for maybe some archival kind of classic Chicago release from 1990 that hadn't been on vinyl, and they wanted to put something out. And then they heard our album, Blue Music, and wanted to put that out. And then they were on board for the second album too. I'm talking far too much, Jackie. Please say things.
Is he like that in practice too?
Absolutely, yes. And in every other scenario you can imagine.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
I kind of believe that's true. So, Doug, you kind of said it, but I'm going to ask it. It sounds to me like the new album is really just an extension of what came before. Is there a difference between the band that recorded this new album and the band that recorded the first album? Do you feel a difference?
I'm going to answer this one.
Yeah, I was going to say this is the Jackie question.
I think that just the experience of playing together, I feel like there's a wider variety of styles. I think we stretch out a good bit more. I think the sort of the arrangements, the harmonies, everything seems like it's heightened on this record. And I love the first record, but I think that this one is head and shoulders above it.
Now, the tough thing about doing a podcast is we can't play the songs. So we're going to talk about them, and I want people to remember this come next month when the new album, Work and Love, is out. But you mentioned harmonies. The song that sticks out to me is The World Turning Around. I hear harmonies on that I absolutely love. Wow. Tell me about that song.
Yeah, go ahead. No,
you go, songwriter.
No, I want you to say it. Whatever you were about.
Well, I just it's really interesting. I mean, I've been in a lot of bands over the years, but there's something about Dog's songwriting that he'll send a demo out, and I'll just kind of listen to it constantly and just sort of sing along with it, in the car, at work, and what have you. And it's just a harmony will come to me, and it just seems like, well, clearly this is it. Like this is the harmony that is, there's no question, there's no alternative. This is the only thing that could possibly be right. And that just happens all the time with his songs. It speaks to me like, this is clearly the harmony for this song. And that was definitely the case with that one as well.
It's true, yeah. She's what I will do similar to that before I'd make a demo and send it to Jackie and Frida is, I mean, back when I used to have a commute, I would record it on my phone or something, and the song would tell me what it needed arrangement wise, or what what could be shortened, or what could be changed around. So I would do that constantly, and then send it cut a demo and send it to Frida and Jackie, and then we bring it to practice. And especially on this record, Jackie has made a lot of arrangement ideas, and her vocal harmonies are spot on and stuff, and done a lot of shortening or changing around of stuff. And we have a demo disc that will come out as part of one of the perks that we did for our fundraising campaign, so people can see. I think on this record, more than the previous one, Jackie has arranged all sorts of stuff, and which is great. And the song itself, James, I bring back to our relationship, because after I was let go, after our show was not picked up for our radio show, the song is a little bit about, I think it's a little bit of a self-mocking song about like sort of them's the breaks, kids, things happen, and you get all precious about stuff, and then you've got to recover from a serious blow, and that's just kind of the way the world works. And so that was one way of dealing with this supreme bummer of losing an incredibly great, kind of fantastical day job that I had of being on the radio, and it's just it was just I don't know, just a way of kind of keeping myself in line, or whatever, just sort of saying, that's how it goes.
Sounds like it's probably an appropriate song for the current time.
I feel like there might be a few others that might kind of relate to the current time too. So yeah.
Well, am I echoing? No. Okay.
You were, but now you're good.
There's a song, and Doug, you can tell me if I'm completely off base on this. Do I feel your Who influence coming through on No Showdown?
No Showdown. I was going to say that it's the second to the last song, which is called
In Between Time.
In Between Time, which is full on Who. But but No Showdown.
I don't know. It's the piano. It's the pacing of the verse. Something that's
That's
kind of Who-ish
That's
to me.
really interesting. I was trying to. I think when Jackie was talking about maybe the band's kind of the songwriting or the feel or the playing of the band, I think that's an example of a song that seems like it's a new type of song for us, or a step upward in these ways, you know. And like, let me ask you, what era of the Who that would remind you of? Because it's Quadrophenia, no kidding. Interesting.
Jackie, am I crazy?
It's possible. I mean, I definitely hear a Quadrophenia, sort of like a Real Me sort of influence on In Between Time, but for No Showdown, if I was going to think anything at all, I'm thinking more like what you've got right over your shoulder there, that Pete Townsend solo album, because it's definitely got some of that feel to me.
See, and you just cracked the code. I always try to have something relevant in the background based on who I'm talking to.
Yep.
So tonight I took out the first Townsend solo album.
Who came first? Yeah, that's a good one.
I think it's a pretty inconsistent listen. As you're going from like the Ronnie Lane stuff to the Lighthouse stuff, I think it's
right.
It's not a very coherent album, but the individual songs I think are great.
Yeah. And it's really a testament to a superhuman period of productivity from Townsend. Is
for real.
The Lifehouse stuff and all that stuff, and he rolled it from Tommy into Lifehouse, and in a way into Quadrophenia. And I mean, if to stop talking about him for a minute, but there was actually this kind of thing that I had felt a while back about how much I loved Quadrophenia when I was Quadrophenia aged, and I kind of had this sort of goal. I had this thing about, is there anybody that is making a Quadrophenia type of record for people who are not 18, people who are 40, or, you know what I mean? I felt, and I had tried that kind of with this group that I had with my brother called the Greenwoods, which was a blip. It never really turned into anything, but we made music that had me thinking about trying to write as an older man, you know, like, and just kind of there was a feeling of Quadrophenia as this kind of template, or this kind of are people writing about being older at this point? I just don't know if it's, I mean, it's all about, still in a way about shake your booty mama, but like, I guess think
that's the third album.
That's people are getting older, I think about our peers, like I've used these examples of, like, Buffalo Tom or Juliana Hatfield, still on the case, making really good albums. And I just thought, I don't know, maybe it just felt comfortable for me to write about being this age, I guess. I think that's what Blue Music was about, and I think that's what our new album is about, even more than the first one, I think.
Yeah, agreed. So,
let's talk about Infinity Girl. You did a video for this one. Here comes Infinity Girl. She's going to save the day. This is a political song.
Yeah.
You think that anyone cares about your thoughts and prayers? You can count on the man to fuck it up again.
Mm-hmm.
Repeated for emphasis. Is Infinity Girl a symbol of hope? Is Infinity Girl the next generation behind this one? Who is Infinity Girl?
Yeah, I think that's exactly right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's, look what we've done. And it's really hope that it's things aren't turned over to yet another cabal of old white men. I just think that the energy coming from modern young women is more dynamic and more more what we need, more of what we need out there in everything.
Another song on the album, Summertime Kids. It sounds innocent enough.
You mean the new single, Richard?
Richard?
I don't
Richard.
know.
Nice job.
I was pretending to be being in an interview. I'm sorry. I'm full of tequila. Sorry.
What's happening here?
I don't know.
Summertime Kids. Is it as innocent as it sounds? It sounds bouncy and sunny. There's the shadow. There's the sun. What's that about?
Well, that's I mean that's an older person thinking about kids and have you done everything you can for them? Have you fulfilled your goals of saving them from the trouble that you went through, or preparing them for the same trouble, or have you done right by them? Have you yeah, it's a struggle because at some point the song I suppose confesses it's like we've done the best we can. Now it's now hopefully we haven't screwed them up too much and they can do okay. It's a song, it's a parental song, and it's not really, again, it's not a very rock and roll topic, but that's what we're writing about, and that's what we're singing about, and that's what we're kind of feeling very deeply,
Mm-hmm.
I think it all sounds great. And again, Work and Love comes out in a few weeks. Let's talk about how you both, and Frida as well, are existing in the time of pandemic as COVID-19 has us all sheltering. Are you doing okay individually?
I'm doing okay. I mean, everybody. In addition to being a musician, I'm an attorney, and so everybody at my firm has been working from home for the last several weeks, and will be through at least the end of April. And it's working surprisingly well, and it's enhancing, I think, a sort of a sense of communal feeling amongst the firm, because everybody's doing a lot of video conferences, and you're seeing how people live at home, and people are wearing more casual clothes.
That's the best part of this whole thing, is seeing what people's houses look like.
Yeah, seeing everybody's pets and stuff. It's one of a very few silver linings to this whole situation. It's allowing you to get a better sense of your coworkers.
How about you, Doug?
It's weird for me because I've been working at home this whole time. It's kind of the same for me, like you've just changed your background.
I have. It's the Hall of Justice. Meanwhile, at the Hall of Justice.
That's where you're working these days. No, I mean, it's we do the podcast every day, and I've had the same commute. I mean, I'm really, I feel happy that I still have a job. So many people who are in industries that are sort of reliant on other things, and the different levels of people are losing their jobs. It's been said, but things are okay for me. But people have been writing to us and telling us now that they're working at home. They're really glad that we have our podcast going, and we've been doing a little bit longer show.
And for people who don't know, you're talking about the Steve Dahl podcast.
Steve Dahl podcast. We were on the radio as we worked together, James and I, and then they took us off the air a year and a couple months ago, and so we've been doing the podcast ever since. And so physically, it's the same kind of thing for me, but that does not, I mean, it's still pervasive in every possible way. The kids are here, they're here all the time. And my wife is still working her job, but it's a strange kind of a feeling out there. And I sometimes go days without going outside. Jackie, do you go outside every day? Do you do something?
Yes, my wife Tamara and I, we decided after the first week or so, we have to at least get out a little bit. So before dinner every night, we're going for a walk around our extremely boring neighborhood. Mm-hmm. Keeping some distance from people.
Did I just hear laughter in the background about that?
Yes, she's upstairs and she found that amusing.
Yeah. So
it's weird. I went grocery shopping today, and based on every new piece of information you hear, Today, I wiped down the bags before I set them down. I
Mhm.
wiped down the produce. I got these compostable Clorox wipes, and I was wiping down everything because this shit's real.
Yeah.
And it's real concerning. And I don't want my family to get this. I don't want to get it. I don't want to pass it on. I'm at the point where I really don't want to go grocery shopping if I absolutely don't have to.
And
Yeah.
you don't go into the station at all these days?
Oh, I haven't been in since March 13th.
Is everybody working from home?
For
What
the
about
most part, yeah.
What about the on-air staff?
Most of them have figured out how to do it from home. It's just
Wow.
a necessity. I mean, you got to keep people healthy.
Yeah. Wow.
And I mean, the less traveled everyone is, the better off we collectively are. So,
Did it feel
Right.
weird to you? Did it feel like when Adam Schlesinger from Fountains of Wayne, did that hit you in like a more realistic
I mean,
deep way?
he was a young 52. I
Right.
met him a couple times. I met him first time around with Ivy, and I interviewed Fountains of Wayne, and I met him once in the capacity of Scratchy Records. But he was a cool dude. Obviously, he went on to do some incredibly wonderful stuff. He was an incredibly talented man. And
Yeah.
52 is too fucking young.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, no, we weren't friends. I'd met him a couple times, thought he was an utterly delightful, talented guy. And yeah, it's just, I read that. I just thought, yeah, this is real. This is hard. This is shitty.
Yeah. It's yeah, it kind of feels like, well, no, I mean, it just feels like no one's safe now. You know what I mean? And just you watch you turn on the news and it looks like election night in terms of like the numbers and the numbers are growing and all the states that they're talking
All right,
about.
we got a return from Wyoming tonight,
Right,
and it looks
exactly. Yeah.
it's really morbid. Meanwhile, this is Lester Holt's moment. He is a rock. Oh, I love watching Lester Holt. And there's like Chicago pride.
Oh yeah,
Lester
yeah.
Holt,
So it's good to see a local person go national.
It totally is. It
Yeah.
totally is. All right, so Sunshine Boys, if people want to catch up with you in this downtime as we await the release of the new album, where can they find Sunshine Boys?
Yeah, where can we?
Well, there's sunshineboys.net, which is our website, and then we're of course on Facebook. And Dog has committed to doing some live performance on Facebook, and perhaps we'll figure out a way to do it with more than just Dog. You know,
there are challenges. Trust me, I've
yeah.
been doing the research.
Yeah.
Where you got the Tony? You got the
No, it was Lori Lightfoot protecting the lakefront.
Yes.
I already liked her a lot. I mean, she was my candidate from the beginning, but the fact that she finds all the memes funny is delightful because she could easily have not found them funny.
But she's doing videos and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So the new album, we talked about it. I hope people retain what we talked about. They can always refer back to the interview. The songs are great. I really think you put together a terrific album. I love hearing what you do. I love that jangly power pop stuff. Dog, your lyrics are fantastic. Really great stuff. I can't wait for the release. You know, I find you both, and Free to Love as well, delightful. Absolutely.
Thank you. Right back to you. It's good to be hanging out and talking with you. I miss seeing you every day, though.
I miss seeing you, Doug.
Yep.
It's not easy.
No.
But let's stay in touch. Please stay safe. I know you will. Oh, actually, I should ask Jackie one more question.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm current with Better Call Saul. Is this the sort of show that makes lawyers' eyes roll, or are you cool with it?
In much the same way that I'll bet every medical show makes doctors' eyes roll, every show about lawyers makes lawyers' eyes roll.
Really? There's not been a LA Law maybe got closed?
Oh my Lord. LA Law was on when I was in law school, and everybody would get together in the student lounge and watch it every Thursday night, but it was to sort of mock it, not because it was verisimilitude. It was not accurate.
Look at that. The big word saved for the very end of the podcast.
That's how I do.
Well done.